to meet the guidelines that are set before you. This is supposed to be a free America, free Texas, to travel without restriction, to be able to prosper, to purchase property and hold that domain as the owner of that domain, and that's all been taken away. I propose that ICLEI be illegal in the state of Texas. ICLEI is a foreign entity, a management group that comes in and takes over the municipalities, dictating all things under an Agenda 21 program. We're not good with that, sir. I propose, and I'm not alone in these proposals, by the way. This is a poll with the Texas Freedom Groups, the Patriots, and citizens who are oblivious to many things that we educate them on. Factual information, and these things that I propose to you, you know are truth. Or if you don't, you certainly need to do your homework. We have a lot of things that we need to address here. We're not good with the extortion by the IRS. We're not good with the things that are going on in the state of Texas. And my point being, sir, is that we, the people of the state of Texas, will support and defend to the death, if need be, for the battle that lies ahead when we secede. It is not an act of tyranny on our part to suggest secession. It is not anarchy to suggest secession. It is not a criminal act in the least. It is written into the provisions at the time of annexation of the state of Texas. And so, sir, Governor Abbott, please, we ask that you give us an audience. We ask that you step up and be the commander-in-chief and the governor and the new president of a new nation. We have all the resources to be independent. We have every natural resource, power grid, industry, the economy. We have proven that even in an orchestrated recession by the New World Order, the new government, that we can thrive. We want all the property that has been given to foreign bodies in the state of Texas to be retracted and given back to the people. We didn't give permission to the federal government to create a huge monetary debt and then whore out our industry and our property in the state of Texas as collateral for any debt. That was not the people. They have taken away what is rightfully ours. We want the illegal aliens gone. We want the border secure. I suggest that you take our state guard, you take our veterans in the state, both homeless and those that have homes, and we suggest that you put a program together that is beneficial for all parties concerned and put them on the border with the militias. And use any means necessary in order to assure there is no breach. Move our borders back where they're supposed to be. Not 45 miles in, not 100 miles in. Put them where they need to be, where they should be. That's our territory. Stop the La Raza movement to take Texas back from Mexico. We want this La Raza movement to stop. We want the gangs dealt with. We want the drug cartel dealt with. The Muslims have afforded a privatized bill for exemption from all taxation because under Sharia law, they're not taxed. We propose that you impose a special little program for them again, since they enjoy free programs just exclusively for them, and they use the guises of being a religion in order to receive it. So I propose that just especially for the Muslims, you give them a double or a triple taxation on all property, business, and personal. Impose it. Go ahead, they'll flee. We can't coexist with them. They're not here to do anything but take everything and dominate and change our courts. to implement Sharia law, to implement the way of life as Islam. Remove the Common Core. They're teaching that to our children in school. If you can't teach Christianity, we can't teach Islam. Period. Remove Common Core. We're not good with it. We're not good with the UNESCO program that is a global implementation created in 1945 by the UN so that they could create robots of like-minded individuals that have been brainwashed to accept socialism or communism and Islam. We're just not good with it. I'm not good with it. I don't want my children to be brainwashed so that they'll comply unknowingly with this new world order. We want this to stop in the state of Texas, and you and I both know who put it here because you were the Attorney General who turned their head and allowed the federal government company under the umbrella of the federal government to come in without approval from the Attorney General's office, which was by law what they were supposed to do before they received their nonprofit status from the IRS to implement that program into the school system in the state of Texas. That was on your watch. That was your bad for doing that. And I understand some of the reasons why you probably did that, but that's an integrity issue for me personally, for you to turn your head and allow such a huge program to just accidentally get past your office and your desk and your approval. And we all know what I'm saying is true. There was actually hearings on that very issue. So we're asking you not to let any more of those kind of things happen in this country, in the Texas Republic, the new republic that we're asking you to give us. So, Governor Abbott, like I said, brother, we'll back you 100%, but we have some suggestions on how to get out from under this situation. Triple tax the Muslims, call all their debts in, throw all the foreign students out that are here on a free ride, give those slots for education to American citizens or Texans, and they get them first. And if there's any spots left over, charge out-of-country tuition to those students if they want to attend colleges here in Texas. That'd be first and foremost. Number two, in order for our kids of all colors that are citizens to get into those colleges, stop allowing those colleges to require different scores or test scores for entry into the colleges. Same score across the board for everybody. Black people aren't stupid. So stop telling them they are by telling them they only have to achieve the lowest grade for entry, or they can come in under a scholarship program. That's how come all the blacks have taken over the sporting events as dominant as being the athletes. Has nothing to do with the fact that they're superior in nature, physically speaking, and ability. It has to do with the fact that they're being pushed out of high school into colleges through a corrupt system that is pushing them through under their athletic abilities as a way to get them into the colleges. So the pickings are slim, and the color is being dictated due to that corruption in the school system. And we just saw some teachers here in Texas get caught red-handed changing test answers and test scores. So we know this is a fact. This is not myth. Stop doing that to our kids. Stop allowing the federal government and this government to divide our nation and divide the people by race. Take that box off that says, what color are you, black, white, Hispanic, whatever. Take that 1 for English, 2 for Spanish off of our phone systems. If you live here, you need to speak the language. They certainly don't have that available overseas. If you speak American or English, press 2. If you speak French or Italian or whatever country you may be in. They don't allow that over there because they don't need to. If you're going to come to their country, you need to speak their language. You need to assimilate into the country that you move to. So I propose a lot of things, but these are just some of the issues that are destroying and continue to destroy our people. Give back to us what is our birthright, and stop giving it away to foreign entities. We have people who will actually do the jobs that we keep saying. We don't keep saying it. Y'all keep saying Americans won't do those jobs. So we give it to the laborers that come across on some kind of work permit because Americans are just too lazy and they just won't do a laborer's chore. No, we will. We want fair pay, and we will do those jobs. We don't need them coming over here, taking away from the table of the citizens of Texas, taking the food out of our children's mouths and the ability to thrive or go to school away from our own children. Pardon me. So, Governor Abbott, this is a message to you, to the Texas legislators. I don't care if the federal government hears it. My last broadcast I know was sent to you with some of these same issues, and it was terribly perverted with foul language concerning the Muslim issue and what's going on in Washington. And I apologize to you, sir, if you heard that. And again, to my listeners, and I promise you I will work on those things, the way I deliver my message. Again, I love my country. I love my family. I love my listeners. I love your family. I fight for all of you out there. And I'm asking you to stand up and do the same things that I'm doing. You see, if we all do this in large numbers, they can't target a few of us to take us in under the NDA rule or under they can't kill us all, is my point. Because there's too many targets. So I'm asking the other people out there that are listening, you see what I'm doing, stand up, do more than sit behind a keyboard, be vocal, don't be radical, past the point, or incite violence. We're trying to avoid violence. We're trying to avoid revolution or gunfire, whatever you want to call it. We're trying to avoid that. And I certainly know that the regular followers of Rage Against the Regime understand that. We're trying to find resolution and avoid revolution. This is Becky Williams with Rage Against the Regime podcast, and I want to thank all of you for listening. If you agree with what I've said, then I'm going to ask you to pass this message on, make it go viral, get it in front of our legislators, in front of our government, so that they'll understand that the people are tired and we need real change. And that change is to break away from the New World Order. And the only way that we can do that is to secede the state of Texas and get back to the Founding Fathers' ideas and the godly principles that this great state was founded on. May God bless each and every one of you. Keep me in your prayers that God can help me curb my tongue. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Becky Williams signing off.